We're diving into a topic that might surprise you: tattoos. They're everywhere, from ancient traditions to modern art forms. But have you ever wondered what Buddhism, a religion known for its teachings on mindfulness and inner peace, says about tattoos? Tattoos have been a part of human culture for thousands of years. They've served as tribal symbols, expressions of identity, and even spiritual markings. But how do these permanent designs fit into the Buddhist philosophy? Do they align with the teachings of the Buddha, or do they contradict the principles of non-attachment and inner purity? In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating world of Buddhist tattoos, from the ancient practices of Sakyant in Thailand to modern interpretations embraced by young Buddhists worldwide. We'll uncover the symbolism behind popular Buddhist tattoo designs, examine different perspectives within the Buddhist community, and delve into the debates that surround this intriguing topic. So, whether you're a tattoo enthusiast, a spiritual seeker, or simply curious about the intersection of Buddhism and body art, stay tuned. This exploration might just change the way you think about tattoos and spirituality. Let's begin our journey into the world of Buddhist tattoos. Tattoos have a rich and diverse history that spans across different cultures and civilizations. Evidence of tattooing dates back to 3300 BC with the discovery of Ötzi the Iceman, a mummy found in the Alps who had over 60 tattoos. These ancient tattoos were more than just body art. They were often seen as symbols of status, protection, and spirituality. In many tribal cultures, tattoos were used to signify rites of passage, tribal affiliation, and spiritual beliefs. For example, the Maori of New Zealand developed intricate tattooing traditions known as tamoko, which are still practiced today. These tattoos were not only personal identifiers but also carriers of spiritual and cultural significance. Within Buddhist traditions, the practice of tattooing also has deep historical roots. One of the most notable examples is the Sakyant tattoos of Thailand and Cambodia. These sacred tattoos, often applied by Buddhist monks or practitioners of traditional magic, date back centuries. The designs typically include geometric patterns, animals, and deity images, along with Pali phrases. Each tattoo is believed to offer specific protections and blessings, such as strength, courage, and good fortune. The origins of Sakyant can be traced back to ancient Southeast Asian warrior cultures, where tattoos were believed to grant invincibility in battle. Over time, these practices were integrated into Buddhist traditions, merging spiritual beliefs with protective magic. Monks would chant sacred incantations, known as mantras, while applying the tattoos, imbuing them with spiritual power. Today, the tradition of Sakyant continues, attracting not only locals but also visitors from around the world who seek the spiritual benefits and protection these tattoos are believed to offer. The practice has evolved, but the core belief in the spiritual power of tattoos remains strong within these Buddhist communities. As we can see, the history of tattoos is deeply intertwined with spiritual and cultural practices across the globe. In the context of Buddhism, tattoos have served as powerful symbols of protection, spiritual commitment, and personal transformation. This rich historical background sets the stage for understanding the complex relationship between Buddhism and tattoos in modern times. Buddhism is a path of practice and spiritual development, leading to insight into the true nature of reality. Central to Buddhist teaching is the concept of impermanence, the idea that all things, including the human body, are in a constant state of flux. This principle invites a nuanced discussion on the role of tattoos within Buddhist practice. Buddhist teachings emphasize non-attachment, mindfulness, and the cultivation of inner peace. The physical body is seen as temporary and ever-changing, a vessel for the mind and spirit. The Buddha taught that attachment to physical forms and external symbols can lead to suffering. In this context, how do tattoos fit in? There is no explicit prohibition against tattoos in Buddhist scriptures. However, interpretations vary among different schools of Buddhism. Some traditions view tattoos as a form of self-expression that can align with spiritual practice, while others see them as distractions from the path to enlightenment. Theravada Buddhism. In Theravada Buddhism, prevalent in countries like Thailand, Burma, and Sri Lanka, the emphasis is on strict adherence to the teachings of the Buddha. In these communities, the practice of Sakyant tattoos is seen as a legitimate part of spiritual life. These tattoos are believed to imbue the wearer with protective qualities and spiritual blessings, making them more than mere body art. Theravada Buddhism. In Theravada Buddhism, prevalent in countries like Thailand, Burma, and Sri Lanka, the emphasis is on strict adherence to the teachings of the Buddha. In these communities, the practice of sakyant tattoos is seen as a legitimate part of spiritual life. These tattoos are believed to imbue the wearer with protective qualities and spiritual blessings, making them more than mere body art. Mahayana Buddhism. In Mahayana Buddhism, which includes Zen and Tibetan Buddhism, the focus is on the bodhisattva path and the cultivation of compassion. Here, tattoos of Buddhist symbols like the lotus flower or the Dharma wheel can be seen as reminders of one's spiritual commitments. However, the emphasis remains on inner transformation over external symbols. Vajrayana Buddhism. In Vajrayana Buddhism, found primarily in Tibet, Bhutan, and parts of Nepal, the use of sacred symbols and rituals is more pronounced. Tattoos in this tradition can carry deep spiritual meanings, serving as tools for meditation and protection. The unalome, for example, represents the path to enlightenment, making it a powerful spiritual symbol when tattooed on the body. Across these traditions, the intention behind getting a tattoo is crucial. Buddhism teaches that actions should be performed with mindfulness and right intention. A tattoo of a Buddhist symbol, done with respect and understanding, can be a meaningful expression of one's faith. Conversely, tattoos done without understanding or for purely aesthetic reasons might be viewed as superficial or even disrespectful. The debate about tattoos in Buddhism often centers on the balance between form and substance. While tattoos can serve as visible reminders of one's spiritual path, true Buddhist practice focuses on inner development and the cultivation of compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness. It's a reminder that while external symbols can be powerful, they are ultimately secondary to inner transformation. In summary, Buddhism doesn't have a monolithic stance on tattoos. The perspectives vary widely depending on cultural context, individual intention, and the specific Buddhist tradition. What remains consistent, however, is the emphasis on mindfulness and the deeper spiritual journey. Tattoos can be a part of this journey, but they should always be approached with thoughtfulness and respect. Tattoos in Buddhism are rich with symbolism and meaning. Each design is carefully chosen not just for its aesthetic appeal, but for the deep spiritual significance it carries. Let's explore some of the most common Buddhist symbols found in tattoos and what they represent. The lotus flower. The lotus flower is one of the most iconic symbols in Buddhism. It represents purity, enlightenment, and rebirth. Growing in muddy water, it rises above the surface to bloom with remarkable beauty, symbolizing the journey of rising above worldly struggles to achieve enlightenment. Different colors of lotus flowers also have specific meanings. The white lotus represents purity of mind and spirit, the red lotus symbolizes love and compassion, and the blue lotus signifies wisdom. The Dharma wheel, Dharma chakra. The Dharma wheel, or Dharma chakra, is a symbol of the Buddha's teachings and the path to enlightenment. It typically features 8 spokes, each representing one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, which guides Buddhists on the path to awakening. This symbol is a powerful reminder of the teachings of the Buddha and the continuous cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The endless knot. The endless knot, or Shrivatsa, symbolizes the interconnectedness of all things and the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. It also represents the Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion. In a tattoo, the endless knot serves as a reminder of the interconnected nature of life and the importance of maintaining harmony and balance. The unalome. The unalome represents the path to enlightenment. The spiral signifies the twists and turns of life, the straight line symbolizes the moment one reaches enlightenment, and the dots represent the point at which one achieves ultimate freedom. This symbol is often used as a tattoo to signify one's spiritual journey and personal growth. Sakyant tattoos. Sakyant tattoos are traditional thigh tattoos that combine geometric designs with sacred Pali phrases. Each design is believed to provide different types of spiritual benefits, such as protection, strength, and good fortune. For example, the Hateo, 5 lines, tattoo contains 5 rows of sacred text, each offering a different blessing, from protection against evil spirits to bringing good luck. The conch shell. The conch shell is an ancient symbol used as a battle horn. In Buddhism, it represents the spread of the Buddha's teachings and the awakening to the truth. A tattoo of the conch shell signifies a call to awakening and a commitment to the Buddhist path. 2 golden fish. The 2 golden fish are among the 8 auspicious symbols in Buddhism. They represent happiness, spontaneity, and fearlessness. In a tattoo, these symbols are believed to bring good fortune and prosperity to the wearer. The victory banner. The victory banner symbolizes the Buddha's triumph over the demons of desire, hatred, and ignorance. It represents spiritual victory, wisdom, and the attainment of enlightenment. As a tattoo, it serves as a powerful reminder of one's spiritual goals and the importance of overcoming internal obstacles. The treasure vase. The treasure vase symbolizes spiritual and material abundance, as well as the inexhaustible nature of the Buddha's teachings. It is often depicted overflowing with jewels and treasures. In a tattoo, the treasure vase signifies a wealth of spiritual and material blessings. Each of these symbols carries profound meanings that go beyond their visual appeal. They serve as daily reminders of the spiritual path, offering protection, guidance, and inspiration. For many Buddhists, getting a tattoo of these symbols is a way to express their faith, commemorate their spiritual journey, and stay connected to their beliefs in a tangible way. Buddhist tattoo practices vary significantly across cultures and regions, reflecting the diverse interpretations and traditions within the broader Buddhist community. Thailand. In Thailand, Buddhist tattoos, known as sakyant, are deeply rooted in spiritual and religious practices. These tattoos are often performed by monks or experienced spiritual practitioners and are believed to offer protection, luck, and power. Sakyant designs typically feature sacred symbols and mantras, and the process involves a ritualistic approach that emphasizes the spiritual significance of the tattoo. The tattoos are applied with traditional tools, sometimes using a bamboo stick, adding to their sacredness. Japan. In contrast, Japanese Buddhist tattoos might include intricate designs such as the unalome, a symbol representing the path to enlightenment. The unalome typically features a spiral or a series of lines leading to a straight line, symbolizing the journey through life's struggles towards spiritual awakening. Japanese tattoos are often more artistic and detailed, blending Buddhist symbolism with traditional Japanese tattoo aesthetics. Modern interpretations. As Buddhism continues to evolve and adapt in the modern world, the perception of tattoos within Buddhist communities varies widely. Traditional viewpoints. In some traditional Buddhist communities, tattoos are still viewed with caution. The practice of tattooing can be seen as contradictory to the Buddhist principle of non-attachment, as tattoos are considered permanent and may lead to attachment to one's appearance. Contemporary perspectives. However, many contemporary Buddhist practitioners view tattoos through a more personal and individual lens. For some, tattoos represent a continuation of tradition, connecting them with historical practices and spiritual symbols. Others see tattoos as a personal choice that does not conflict with Buddhist teachings,
Buddha
emphasizing
emphasized
individual
the importance of
expression
mindfulness
and the
by
meaning
saying,
behind the tattoo
"Always
rather
keep your
than the
eyes
act
open."
itself. In
This
summary,
phrase is
Buddhist
deeply
tattoo
symbolic in
practices
Buddhism.
and their acceptance
It
can
reminds
vary
us to stay
greatly
aware and
depending on
present in
cultural,
every moment.
regional, and
Here's
individual
a story to
perspectives.
illustrate this.
While some traditions
monk once
emphasize the
asked
sacred
Buddha
and
how to
ritualistic
achieve
aspects of
enlightenment.
tattoos, others
Buddha
embrace
replied,
them as a form of
"Imagine
personal
walking through a
expression
dense
and
forest.
spiritual connection in
If
the
you
modern
keep your
world.
eyes open, you'll
The
see the beauty
appropriateness of
around you and
tattoos
avoid
within
obstacles.
Buddhism has sparked
If
ongoing
you close
debates
your
among
eyes,
practitioners
you'll
and
stumble
scholars.
and fall.
These discussions
The monk
often
understood.
center around whether tattoos
Keeping your
align
eyes
with
open
core
means
Buddhist
being
principles
mindful,
and how they
aware of your
impact one's
surroundings,
spiritual
your
journey.
thoughts, and your
Tattoos and
actions.
spiritual focus.
It's about living
Some
fully in the
members of the
present
Buddhist
moment,
community
seeing
argue that
things as they
tattoos
are,
may detract
and
from
not getting
spiritual
lost in
focus and
distractions or
enlightenment.
illusions.
They contend
So
that
remember
adornments
Buddha's
like
wisdom.
tattoos could lead
Stay
to
aware,
attachment to
be
one's
present,
physical appearance,
and keep your
which
eyes
is
open to
contrary to the
truly
Buddhist
experience
teaching of
life.
non-attachment. For these individuals, the act of getting a tattoo might be seen as a distraction from the pursuit of inner peace and spiritual development. Meaningful expression. On the other hand, many argue that tattoos can be a meaningful expression of one's faith and spiritual journey. For these practitioners, tattoos serve as personal reminders of important teachings, symbols of spiritual milestones, or markers of devotion. They view tattoos not as distractions but as symbols of personal commitment and reflection, aligning with Buddhist principles when approached with mindfulness and intention. Ethical considerations. As tattoos featuring Buddhist symbols become more popular globally, ethical considerations surrounding their use have come to the forefront. Cultural appropriation. One major ethical concern is cultural appropriation. Many Buddhist symbols hold deep religious and cultural significance, and their use in tattoos by individuals outside the Buddhist tradition can be seen as disrespectful or exploitative. It's crucial to approach these symbols with respect and understanding, ensuring that they are used in a manner that honors their origins and meanings. Respectful use of symbols. Understanding the cultural and spiritual significance of Buddhist symbols before getting them tattooed is essential. Engaging with Buddhist teachings and traditions, and possibly consulting with knowledgeable practitioners, can help ensure that the use of these symbols is respectful. This awareness can prevent the trivialization of sacred symbols and ensure that tattoos are applied with genuine respect for their spiritual significance. In summary, the debate over tattoos within Buddhism reflects broader questions about spirituality, personal expression, and cultural respect. While some view tattoos as potential distractions from spiritual growth, others see them as valuable expressions of faith. Ethical considerations, such as cultural appropriation and respectful use of religious symbols, further complicate the discussion, highlighting the need for thoughtful engagement with both the cultural and spiritual dimensions of Buddhist tattoos. In this video, we've delved into the rich tapestry of Buddhist tattoo practices across different cultures. We examined the unique approaches in countries like Thailand and Japan, where traditional practices like sakyant and unalam tattoos reflect deep spiritual meanings. We also explored how contemporary Buddhist communities view tattoos, from traditional reservations to modern interpretations as personal expressions of faith. Furthermore, we addressed the ongoing debates within the Buddhist community regarding the appropriateness of tattoos. Some argue that tattoos may distract from spiritual growth, while others embrace them as meaningful symbols of devotion. We also discussed ethical considerations, including cultural appropriation and the respectful use of Buddhist symbols, emphasizing the importance of understanding their cultural and spiritual significance. As you reflect on the topic of Buddhist tattoos, whether you're considering one for yourself or simply interested in the subject, remember to approach it with respect and awareness. Understanding the deep meanings and cultural contexts behind these symbols is crucial. Ultimately, true spirituality is a personal journey, and how you choose to express it should be thoughtful and meaningful. Thanks for joining us, and we hope this exploration has provided valuable insights into the world of Buddhist tattoos.